They say knowledge is power, but you need the wisdom to understand what this actually means. Welcome to the Decoding Health podcast. I am your host, Dr. Urban A. Kiernan. Each week, we will share the stage with renowned experts as we dismantle the black box of knowledge and unravel the complexities of science and its practical applications in our daily life. This show is committed to illuminating topics ranging from personal health and wellness to cutting-edge biopharmaceutical advancements and beyond. Let's get started.
If you're ready to enhance your wellness with personalized care designed to optimize performance, look no further than Foresight Chiropractic. Utilizing state-of-the-art gentle and non-invasive techniques, Dr. Lavender and his dedicated team are here to help you recover quickly, feel your best, and reach new heights in your performance. Visit them at foresightchiropractic.com and don't forget to mention the Decoding Health podcast when you book your appointment to receive a free consultation and special discount on a nervous system exam. Once again, that's foresightchiropractic.com.
Okay, so Tucker Carlson just announced that he's releasing his own line of nicotine patches. In your opinion, are there any other benefits to nicotine patches besides, weaning you off of nicotine?
Great question. And nicotine is one of those supplements, I'm going to call it that way, in which it's got a enormously bad reputation, simply because traditional way of taking in nicotine is either through general tobacco products like chew or smoking, and there's so many other compounds when you ingest or take in nicotine that way that it's hard to understand what the pros or the cons are when it comes to nicotine in itself. And so nicotine, though, is actually biochemically enormously beneficial to an individual. And in fact, I don't even smoke, and I'm wearing a 7 milligram patch right now. And so there's old research, back from the 1980s into the early 1990s, even before you were born, in which they were starting to talk about the benefits of nicotine. But there was a lot of confusion in that research because that's when the nicotine patches were starting to really become popular, and the nicotine there is just pure. But then they were convoluting that research with nicotine from smoking. And you can't make that direct comparison. Now, in 2024, there's a whole new body of research, supporting this. And it's interesting, you may not know it, but your body actually has nicotinic acid receptors in your body. So your body is actually prepared and more than willing to accept nicotine into the system. And one of the biggest examples for this is in the neuro area. You've got all of these nicotinic receptors that actually influence the brain. So you see people with improved cognition from taking nicotine. There's even studies that are showing improvement in for the treatment of early dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Same thing with Parkinson's. And so one of the big things that Tucker Carlson has brought up with prior to him announcing the releasing of the product, he was over in Europe and had this huge back and forth with a journalist over there in Germany. He was talking about how Europe is trying to impose legislation in which you require a prescription in order to get nicotine. And the huge question as to why, especially if everybody views nicotine as a bad thing. Well, no, there's actually huge benefits to it. And one of the most startling things that's coming out right now, and I have to be very careful with my language right now, is there was this thing that occurred back in 2020 to 2021, which caused everybody to get locked down. And there are a lot of people who suffered from an infection which led into a long version of the disease, in which it led to just impaired thought process, impaired cognitive abilities. And there are now new studies that are coming out, peer-reviewed publications showing that by just using these little bad boys, you can actually reverse the long version of that disease. And so this is something I got to ask the question, are they trying to sweep this under the rug, or is it just something which they want to be able to control and monetize so that you just can't go around and just, go and get me the 7 milligram, like this is from Target, right
oh my
here.
God.
It's just like, it was for 2 weeks worth, it's like 20 some dollars. And so periodically I'll go and I'll do a week of this just because I might be feeling a little bit run down, tired and stuff. And this gives me the pep. And then, I purge myself after a week. And then a few weeks later, like if I'm going to be traveling and I'm going to be suffering from jet lag, must-haves for me. So again, this is something that if you're thinking about doing this, go and consult your physician, whether or not that they would be able to go and give you adequate advice on this. But there is, just go into onto PubMed. Yeah, that's a huge resource that I go. These publications that I'm talking about are on PubMed. These are all peer-reviewed, valid science. Go and look at that stuff. And again, it's over the counter. Turn around, give it a shot. If you're just feeling like you're mentally cloudy or something like that, something that you can, at this point in time, still delve into as a individual solution for yourself, that hopefully will take care of the problem. I'm not endorsing smoking or chewing tobacco by any stretch of the imagination. It's these little transdermal patches which are for it. And Tucker, good job in recognizing that this is a solution to a huge problem. So as long as they're affordable, I'll be a buyer.